can do it.
Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us. So we're gonna start our bento cooking workshop with the Japanese Language Club. So I'll have Felix start with a little presentation just to teach you all about what is a bento and what goes into it. So Felix.
Hello, can you hear me okay? Okay, so welcome everybody. Before we begin, my name is Felix. I'm the president of Japanese Language Club at UMass Boston. And I'm just gonna say a little bit about who we are. So the Japanese Language Club at UMass Boston, we are a diverse group of students who are language learners, cultural enthusiasts, and Japanese students as well. Our mission is of this club is to provide a space for students to share their interests in topics related to Japan, for everything ranging from like the language to the culture and anything in between. What we like to do is we like to organize activities and events hoping to sort of raise awareness about Japanese culture, broaden people's knowledge about Japanese language, and share our interests in Japanese. We also collaborate a lot with other organizations within UMass Boston as well as outside of UMass Boston. And we try to just do a lot of amplifying Japanese culture whenever we can, even though not everyone in our club is Japanese, but we all admire it so much. And we also like to have fun as well. And we organize events such as like Undokai, which is at UMass Boston, which is like field day in Japan, where we do lots of different sports activities. And we also do like cultural events as well, like we had a Japanese Matsuri, which is like a festival at our campus. So we do a lot of different things. And so today what we're gonna be doing for you guys is we're gonna be presenting what bento is and how to prepare one. So first, what is bento? So a little bit about what that is. So it basically means, for those who don't know, it means boxed lunch. It literally, so bento is a single serve packed meal that's assembled and really ready to be savored at a later time. And you can really put whatever you want into a bento box. It can be any type of meal. But no matter what it is, it's usually placed neatly into these containers, usually with different compartments. And they tend to be usually arranged in such a way that they're aesthetically pleasing as well as nutritional. And it's very common for housewives in Japan to prepare these lunches for their children to go to school, and they can show off stuff like that. But people like to share their creativity and what they do. So there's a lot of different things you can do with that. And with that, we're going to kick it off to our club members who are the chefs in the kitchen. So I'm going to kick it off to you guys.
What?
Oh, sorry. All right, I need you to
All right,
reintroduce yourself.
Hi again, my name is Jerison, and today I will be making katsu curry. The ingredients that I will be using today will be carrots, tomato, onion, the curry base, some lemon for garnish, and also some chicken for the katsu portion.
Cool.
Hi, my name is Bree. I'm going to be making gyudon. I have quite a few different ingredients. Gyudon tends to be simple. It's usually just meat and onions, but I like to spice mine up a little bit. I also made a daikon radish side dish, and I'm going to be making a pan-seared bok choy to go along with it.
He's excited?
Yeah.
All right, let's make some food tonight, you boys.
So I'm gonna start with the carrot, and the first thing we're gonna do is just peel it to start. And just a quick tip: whenever you're peeling a vegetable, make sure you're peeling away from your body.
Oh, smart! Very smart, Jerison.
Make sure you don't cut your fingers. Make sure, no.
Looking so good so far. Nice.
And I like to flip it over and just finish off another portion.
You like carrots, Jerson?
I do. I love carrots.
Oh, you love that. I think they're okay, but I'm glad you like them.
And the next one will be our potatoes. So for potatoes, what I like to do is just start at the top and slowly rotate around the vegetable.
Oh, to you this time.
To me this time. And it's easier when the potatoes has like a uniform shape, but this one's a little
janky.
Yeah. But basically what you try to do is like circle around the perimeter to use till it gets smaller and smaller. So as you can see, near the end, it's just one slice. And on the other side, you go again.
Nice, almost done.
Yep. So you're good?
Yep.
How about you, Dad? Do you like potatoes?
I like it sometimes. I like mashed potatoes, and I like French fries, and I and like I do like these like potatoes.
I love potatoes in any form.
So how do you plan on cutting these potatoes later? Like thick, so small?
Not too thick, just about the size maybe for each piece.
Nice.
And not too thick either.
I'll show you.
Try to speed up the thing.
Okay. And you gotta peel one more potato, right?
I know, because he has his
I think I'll be fine with two. Maybe I'll finish it.
If you don't want him there, just don't turn off his video.
It's fine. It's good to have him there.
Yeah, but that's what the stream is like. You wanna see three.
This one is so good.
I was laughing because when we started, it's like
This isn't for you, right? That's
my headphone wasn't being
your stuff, right?
Dad was trying to help me, but then I had to screen just for
What I'm actually gonna do is fill a bowl with water just to prevent the potatoes from rusting.
Rusting?
Does it work?
Not sure. But
Browning.
browning.
Because
Okay.
they brown in the air, so you want to keep them immersed in water so they don't brown up.
Cool. You're the expert.
Just one more.
Cool.
I don't think one more will fit there, but
Speed run it. Speed run it. Quick.
Can't cut my fingers, so I gotta be careful.
Do it for the fans.
For the fans, okay.
Do it for the viewers. Not bad. Here.
Alright, this one's done.
No, Daily, you're cool.
So now I'm gonna start with the onion, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first cut in half from the center, like so.
Okay, half.
I like to cut a little bit here. Let me put this on. You got it?
Yeah.
So I like to cut a little bit here, just so I can start peeling the rest of the top layer. So I don't have to do that later.
Use your hand.
Go.
Nice, you got the layer out.
Go.
Okay.
I'm gonna put this here for now. Cut this side. From there, just make big slices like that. And we're good.
Very cool. Are you gonna use both sides of onion, or you only use?
I think I'll use this much onion for
Just for now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Now I'm gonna get the potatoes cut up. I like to go half. Then from here, I like to go half lengthwise again. And then just start cutting pieces like so.
Nice. Chop.
So this one here, chop. Okay, send it again. Halfway. Are the audience, does the audience have any questions so far?
Yeah, is there any question you guys want to ask?
Down to answer anything.
Curious is open to all questions. All questions.
So we have a question from
Oh,
Eric.
can I have the recipe?
Can I ask
We
a question?
actually do have the recipe somewhere if someone wants to pull it up.
Carrots.
Yeah, Josh is too skilled. He's
Oh yeah, the carrots. It's basically like slicing. It's just salami or a hot
Salami.
dog. I don't know.
You cut-
You
you cut your
It's
hot
like,
dogs?
I mean,
I
some
guess.
people do. What would you really this with? Like this type of slicing?
I guess it'd be like. Oh God, you got me there. I guess you slice it. Not too thick, but use your best judgment essentially.
I'll say a centimeter thick.
Centimeter.
I think this is
About a
centimeter,
centimeter.
right?
I think it's about a centimeter.
Or half a centimeter.
I think you should hold up a slice with them. Hold up a slice. Hold up a slice.
Size slices. What do you guys think?
Hmm.
Centimeter or half centimeter?
Centimeter or half centimeter? All right. It's 1 centimeter.
One
Okay,
centimeter?
Ariel thinks it's 1 centimeter.
Yeah, so about a centimeter thick for the
Mhm.
carrots.
Man, if my salami was that big, bro, ain't no salami. You're lying.
The American
That's
salami
cap.
is
That's
that
cap. That's
big.
cap. That's cap.
It's not cap. It's that thick usually.
Really?
Yeah. Well, it's different. It looks different from Italian salami. If you guys want to look up the picture on Google. real quick.
Dominicans get it. Stanley says. Slice.
I think that's maybe more. Because I'm also thinking about our pot. It's kind of small,
Is it right here?
so it's not gonna fit everything at once.
I think it'll be like just fine enough though.
Yeah.
I think the specific curry is not so important. The idea is just like I said. Okay.
So I'll use this much for you. I'm gonna
I think
put
that's
my
a good
ingredients
amount.
away. And actually, since I'm making a bento today, I brought some cutters for the carrots.
Oh,
I'm gonna be making shapes out of some of the carrots.
where are some of the shapes you see?
There's
see.
some,
We got.
they're asking, what are some safety tips for cutting that you would say to the viewers?
So first off, you have to start with the knife and make sure you always hold it at the mango. I believe that's what it's called.
Handle.
The handle, yeah. When cutting, make sure one tip I would suggest for when cutting your fingers is to hold your knuckles in front of the knife so that they're touching the blade, but your fingers don't. So you see
Oh.
this gap here?
That's smart.
Yeah, so when you start cutting, you can have your knuckles in front and then you can without looking, you can slice away as
Right.
long as your knuckles are touching the blade of the knife.
Right. Extra safety layer.
Yeah,
Like
it's an extra step later. But I'm used to cutting a lot, so I freehand cut. But if you guys are starting out, it's a good tip to get started with the
Take
cutting.
it slow.
I am talking too fast, sorry.
No, I meant like
Oh.
take it, when you're cutting at first, when you first start doing like cutting, when you're first learning how to chop, take it slow. Like you don't have to do like everybody sees on all of the cutting TV shows or
Right,
YouTube
right.
or whatever. People have been doing that for years and years and years, and it's a built up skill. It's not
Mhm.
something that you just innately have. Like
Right.
just take it slow, wash your fingers.
right, not lose a finger, right? Finger Jason.
Okay, so
Okay.
so now we're gonna start making shapes out of some of the carrots for our bento.
Which one are you gonna use?
I like the star a lot, so I'm gonna use the star, maybe the little flower here,
Oh,
and
okay.
probably the heart too.
All right. No. What happened?
There's a pushing tool,
Oh, they have a pushy pin?
I think.
Oh, it's the clean stick. Forgot about that. I really like add tofu in this curry. Do you like? Would you put tofu in your curry?
I would.
You would?
Yeah, but so I'm usually vegetarian, but today I'm eating meat. But yeah,
Yo,
I would
I'm
usually do
snitching.
that.
I'm snitching.
Yeah, you can use tofu definitely.
I feel like it'll be really
It's really
good, especially if it soaks up.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do?
So for me, for my curry, it depends on what I'm trying to go for. So if I'm going for a sweeter flavor, I'll add something like apple, pear, some sort of like
Whole
mixed fruit.
fruits.
You don't want the whole fruit. You kind of chop it up and make it, and it
Right.
essentially like dissolves into and adds like a sweetness to it. If I'm going something for a little bit more spicy, I'll usually add like peppers, like red peppers, green peppers, yellow peppers, some sort of pepper, chili peppers. If I'm going for more of a Indian style curry,
Mm-hmm.
I will go for more of a spiced
Right.
flavor. So I'll throw some star anise or cardamom or something like that.
So be really creative with it. Really
Yeah.
flexible. Cool.
That's one cool thing about curry is you can pretty much do whatever you want. It's kind of like
Freestyle. Add chicken nuggets into it.
you could.
Yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't suggest it breading.
Right.
So what I like to add to my curry on the side, I like to have a little like cabbage dish
Mm-hmm.
or like a little side salad with the curry. It's pretty good. Also, you can top your if you're doing a katsu curry, you can add a sauce like a tonkatsu sauce to the chicken or whatever cutlet you're using. It could be on tofu too. As for vegetables, the standard is usually carrots, potatoes, and onions. Some people like to.
Oh, I think I accidentally.
Sorry.
Right there. I think we're good then.
We're still streaming?
We're good.
Okay. I don't know if it cut off, but yeah. So the standard for vegetables is usually like carrots, potatoes, and onions. But some people like to add some edamame beans or mushrooms, even.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be really anything you want. I'm getting the shapes out.
Cute, huh?
I think I'll just use these shapes for now, and then the rest will be the standard carrot slices. I might actually divide them up more. So we're not have big pieces, so I'll just cut them in four like so.
I do like these stars. They're really cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them.
Like them all. So lonely potato didn't get to join
Right.
the party.
Whatever, man. I'd be depressed too if I wasn't using it. Yo, So we gotta finish up some shopping.
All right, let's chop. All right, so that's all of our vegetables. So
All right.
now I should have actually done this earlier, but I'm gonna get the oil started to roast the vegetables. I'm gonna put it on medium heat. Just letting that started for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Now I need oil.
While you get that, I'm gonna start.
Great. And is it your turn now?
I'm gonna start mine just so that we don't run out of time.
Right.
I got a really big onion, so I probably won't use the
Oh,
whole
that's
thing.
huge. That's big.
But I wanted to make sure that I had a lot, and I personally like a lot of onion. So I like to leave mine pretty. I cut mine diagonally, but so I'll be chopping it like this so it's more sliced. But you can literally dice your onions, you can chop your onions, you can do whatever you want with the onion. I just like the way that it comes out when I chop it like this.
Ooh, quick. You're quick.
I've done this a lot. I cook a lot. I cook a lot at home.
Love onions?
I love onions. And then because of the way that this like sliced, I'm actually going to continue to slice it like this. try to be as minimal waste as I possibly can. So, and to be honest, like sometimes I'll keep this and throw it in if I'm gonna have a stock or gonna do like any sort of like.
And what exactly is that?
So this is the head or the butt where the root sits. So this tends to be tough and hard to chew even if you cook it down. It goes really, really well if you're gonna make stocks for chicken soup or if you're going to be doing anything of like a soup based nature like that.
Very nice.
So there's that. And then I'm gonna put some of these beech mushrooms in as well.
They're called what?
Beech, B-E-E-C-H, beech mushrooms. They add like a nice earthy flavor. So again, like if you're trying to be minimal food waste, if you like to be productive and use stuff, keep these things and you can make a really nice soup stock. Especially for like vegetarian style soups and stuff like that. It makes a really nice flavor. Just gonna chop up a little bit more. I move everything to the side. And so here is actually the daikon, radish, and carrot salad that I'm also going to be including. It's mirin, sake, rice vinegar, a little bit of sugar. You can use like pear juice, pineapple juice, something small like that. And you just kind of do like what's a quick pickle, slice it up really thin, and just throw everything together and kind of let it sit there. So this is the beef this is just shaved steak. You can get thin sliced ribeye beef. You can get any kind of like meat that you would want. You can also use tofu, but
someone asked, where did you find the daikon radish?
The daikon radish I got it at Bisuya, but you can get it at H Mart. You can get it at some of the like more popular grocery stores. It's gonna be in your section, the vegetable section.
Right.
But it will usually be like somewhere like H Mart is usually where I end up going.
So Asian.
If you live in Massachusetts, obviously different states have different places. You're really just looking for an Asian market, and it'll be like they're usually really big.
Right.
Skin them and peel them and stuff.
So this is already prepped.
Correct. I had to prep this just so that we didn't run out of time.
Cool. So basically, any Asian market, you'll probably find it.
Yeah.
A good chance.
It's pretty popular.
Nice.
In a lot of different states. So the other thing I wanted to do real quick while we're waiting for this stuff to kind of get started is I'm going to show you how to wash rice because it's really, really common that a lot of people don't know how to wash rice or don't know that you are supposed to wash rice when you're cooking.
Have you ever found watermelon at an Asian market, you think? Yeah, you found it? Nice.
Here in Massachusetts, H Mart has a huge selection, specifically the one out in Burlington, I believe, is where it is. It's off of 95. You can find quite a bit of stuff. That I have a kabocha melon. I have winter melon, bitter melon, like pretty much any sort of vegetable you name, I've found there.
All right.
Ebisuya is a little bit smaller, so they didn't have quite as much selection, but they did have a lot of things that I haven't seen at H Mart as well. So what you do is you usually get about however much rice you want to have. This is the sushi grade Nagoya rice. So you just kind of fill it with cool water. And then you're going to, and I'm going to have to move these up because I'm one of those people that has hair ties everywhere all the time. And you just gently massage the rice until it starts to turn like this whitish color.
The starch.
The starches are coming off of the rice so that like you can see that it's kind of getting clean. Basically what this does is it makes it so that it has a nicer flavor and makes it so that it's a little bit stickier. I use a sieve. You're going to wash it 2, sometimes 3 times, depending on your personal taste. I usually do twice. Very white the second time, and then I will do it a third. So because this isn't coming out quite so like clear,
right?
I will probably do it one more time, and then throw it in the rice cooker. And then I think Jerrison's stuff is starting to come back. So.
All right. So for now, now that our oil and kind of solid, I'm gonna start.
4 to 7 times. You're crazy. You're crazy for cooking it that many times.
So now I'm gonna start dropping in our vegetables, and you want to do this carefully. Make sure there's a splatter on you. Slowly like that. Sorry, it's new still, so I'm not used to the temperature gauge here.
What percent? What?
I had
did
it
you
on
put on?
medium. I think I need to reset up a bit more. So I'm gonna have to wait one more minute actually.
Okay.
Okay. So as he does that,
So
Back to her.
when you're doing the rice cooker or when you're doing rice in a pot, it doesn't matter what. And this is something I learned from one of my teachers. Whenever you're trying to do it, usually it's a 1-to-1 ratio, but a little tip and trick that I've learned is you fill it, the rice cooker, so your finger sits just on the top of the rice and the water should always come up to your first knuckle joint here. So like when you sit it here, see how it's just at the bubbles, but and that will always be the perfect portion of rice
she's right. She's right.
for your cooker. So
That's cute, huh? So cute, so cute.
look, hey, rice is cooking.
Listen.
I did make some earlier. That we kind of flavors. So yeah.
Cool.
So here that's it. I think it's time for vegetables. So I'm gonna use the spoon at this time to slowly drop them in.
So you can't put it all at once. You have to do it slowly. Like,
Yeah,
batch by batch.
also because it might crowd the pan. There might be too much, and then not all parts will get evenly cooked. So.
What are you doing? Are you just stirring it around?
Yeah, just make sure it's evenly cooked.
So what should they look for to see if it's evenly cooked?
There should be a little bit of browning. Once you start seeing a little bit of browning, that's when we're gonna start adding our water to get the vegetables. I'm just doing the browning so that we can get more flavor.
Cool. And do you know what the browning does? Is it just
It adds more flavor. It's a chemical reaction that adds more flavor. Things called a Maillard's reaction. It caramelizes the vegetable, so it brings out the sugars in the vegetable.
nice?
Definitely need to practice. We're already getting some aromas coming off.
I can smell it.
It's gonna raise the temperature a little bit.
Fuego, fuego. Yeah, right. Now it's your turn. Oh. What you doing right now?
I am wrapping this onion because I may or may not have bought like a ginormous onion. So I'm gonna take it home and
That was gummy thick.
Yeah.
That was gummy thick. But it'll last a while. Get right on your face, huh?
So the other thing that I was going to be showing today, I actually made something else to show together how to put together another style of bento as well. These are croquettes and steamed broccoli. So this is potato, onion, cheese, and ham that have been rolled in flour and then egg and then breaded and then deep fried and then just steamed broccoli.
They look like fancy hash browns.
I mean, pretty much.
They tasted really good. I tried some of them. Nice stuff.
Yeah, so I guess I can start chopping the other thing that I was going to start working on, which is going to be switch places with you.
Okay.
I am.
So we're just gonna watch her for now, since she's just gonna be stirring this stuff for a little bit.
Generally, you don't want to use. So this is bok choy. This is baby bok choy. You want to use the core and the bottom. Again, I use a lot of the stuff I make vegetable stuff to keep in my freezer so that if I ever want to make soups or anything like that, it's always just, it's super freezable and you can use it whenever you want.
Coastal.
Yeah, I try to do as minimal waste cooking as I can. Sometimes. I don't want to make it too much, so I'll probably keep this one as a side. Yeah, that's the salmon. And then I just make sure, like when I'm doing this, sometimes this little like core is a little tough. And what you're looking for is you're looking for something that won't have any give whatsoever to it. Like all of this is going to be flexible. And then the leaves, I usually just try to make sure they're cut down to like a decent size. Usually about, I would say, a ½ inch of a square. Whatever I'm going to be like sizing it for. You can have them bigger, you can have them smaller. The one thing that you really want to look for, no matter what you're cooking, is evenness in size, because certain things will cook at different rates. And so if everything is at size, so like carrots and potatoes and stuff like that, like Jerison was cooking with, you want to make sure they're about the same size no matter what style of cut that you have, so that they all cook evenly.
So far, so good.
So here's one of those cores that I was talking about. See how this like end piece here is slightly still similar to this. So I'll just go back and reslice it. Get that nice hard part off and throw it to the side. Outside of that, mine is pretty much ready to go. Gyudon is actually super simple. It takes maybe 15-20 minutes from beginning to end for me to like throw together. It's a really good meal. My husband and I both like to eat it. He tends to be a little bit picky of an eater. I know he's watching, so I'm just gonna laugh at him a little bit.
So how would you describe the taste of gyudon?
It's almost like a steak and cheese, except without the cheese.
All right.
And with more of a soy sauce based flavor.
Okay.
So it's like a simmered steak sandwich over rice instead of with bread.
Sounds really good.
Probably one of my favorites. It's really, it heats up well. So like even if you have it like a couple days later, you're not gonna have like this tasty meat. It's gonna have like a nice like flavor. It's almost like beef stew. The longer you let it sit, the more of that flavor is into the beef.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
So actually, to prep that, we're just gonna look at back to Jerison, how it's looking over here.
So right now we're already starting to get a little bit of browning, which is a good sign. I think it's good enough so we can start adding the water so we can get our vegetables boiling for the pudding. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Technically, you're supposed to use a measuring cup, and it's about 6 cups of water for the box, but I like to eyeball it. So I just get any standard cup and fill it with water. Bring it over, and just pour that right in.
Nice. Stop the sizzling. You guys like the music, by the way?
I don't think that they can hear that.
They can now.
It's gonna get enough water to at least
Nice ambience. You damn right, Sabrina. Nice ambience. Okay.
Slightly more. And I specifically left the cutted ones out because these are going to be our garnish pieces, just to they get look more aesthetically pleasing, I guess. So, there you go.
You're fired.
So I'm just gonna leave them on top to keep track of them.
Nice. That's a lot of stuff. No, 5-second rule. Gotta pick it up. Pick it up. At least pick it up. Pick it up.
I don't even know where
Pick it up. Oh my god.
Oh, well, we'll find it later. And well, that's. Oh, you found it.
She found it. She found it. Cool. No, it's 8 seconds.
So what while that's boiling, I'm gonna get started with the chicken portion of our katsu curry. What I like to do is have 2 plates. These are a bit big, but I like to have 2 separate, which is bread. How would I describe
It's like
it?
tempura batter, right? I'm not sure.
It's
Hongo? How
It's
do you-
a specific style of, it's usually like a specific style of bread that it has like no flavor base to it. It's generally something that is just like a nice like neutral flavor that you can add spices to that will.
Right. And for texture, right?
Yep, definitely for texture. Texture's a big part of this. So I'm just gonna pour that here. And
Flour. Just regular white flour.
yep. Just thinking. Oh yeah, there's eggs.
So you need 3 bowls, plates.
Yeah, 30 actually.
Okay.
Now we get a bowl for our eggs. Here. Are we gonna keep our potato here? Wait, he's gonna be our pet now. Should give him.
Yeah. What should we name him?
Bob.
Bob. Let's give him an anime name.
Mizuki.
All right, Mizuki.
Oh, it's water. Yeah.
All right, that's
It's
kind of
water.
cute. Mizuki. All right, Naruto. Even better.
Naruto.
Fish.
Naruto.
Let's make it extra.
Tatabayo.
Not me.
Yo, we're weeps. We're weeps. Egu.
Got nice.
Hi.
Got nice large eggs.
And you drop it, I swear.
I'm gonna drop
Yo,
all
you're
of
gonna
them.
drop all 18 eggs. Okay. So how many eggs do we need?
I'll say 2 for now. So how I like to crack it's just gently bang it on the table like that. And with the crack, I like to use my 2 fingers here to
One hand? Could do
Yes.
one hand?
just like that.
Oh, he feels good. He feels good. He knows he did well.
Been doing this for it takes practice, definitely. I was not born knowing how to do this.
Yo, James, just go. You're a
Just get a
Chad.
crack.
You're a Chad. You're a
You get
chef
crack
Chad.
and use your 2 fingers,
Yo,
open
what
it
a
right.
Chad. All right, cool. That's nice. Getting ready for your part also?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so just a little vegetable oil. I heat it at, this is also a new stove for me, obviously, I don't live here. I heat it at a medium heat, a little bit medium high. You basically want to get a nice sear
Nice.
on the meat to lock in the juices and to lock in the moisture and stuff like that. So
Nice.
right now I'm just trying to cover it.
Cool. You're just getting ready.
Water's in your egg.
No water, no milk, just essence.
Just egg.
So I like to plug the yolks here and whisk away.
Very quick. Very quick. Faster. 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 Faster.
Fine, this one.
Okay. Speed the wagon.
All right.
All right.
So now we got the chicken. Let's got this today.
Got from Star Market.
So
Wait, what kind of chicken is this?
just breast meat.
Okay, cool.
Actually needs a little bit of salt.
Nice. So we need salt. Are you gonna be washing your meat, Jerison?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask the audience that. So my family, we do wash our meat. I have read a lot about this. So a lot of people don't recommend washing it because it actually gets more germs around the kitchen. But today I'm not going to wash the meat.
All right, cool.
She can tell us. She actually told me more about this.
So essentially what it is chicken tends to be very non-bacterial unless you don't know the source. So like if you're buying it from the general supermarket or something like that, if it's slimy, when you take it out, rinsing it real quick is good. But otherwise, what happens is by washing it in water, you're introducing more bacteria and you're giving more of a place for the bacteria to live, not only on the chicken itself, but in like your sink, around your kitchen, on your hands and stuff like that. So it's good to just throw it in and make sure that you cook the chicken thoroughly at the right temperature and make sure that, you know, you're just killing the bacteria off.
Right. And what do you think about rinsing it with lime juice?
Lime juice works as well, anything. So that's basically the same essential thing as ceviche, which is lime juice, lemon juice, anything. Also burn the bacteria away because most bacteria that will exist in your kitchen can't handle the citric acid.
Nice.
That comes out of
Nice tip.
limes and lemons. Orange juice too, but a lot of oranges tend to be a little low on the citric acid, so you would have to do something like a lemon or a lime is better.
So lime or lemon. Very good.
Maybe actually today I'll use some lemon just to give it a little risk because I'm also using lemon pepper spice, so it's gonna have a little lemon pepper taste to it.
All right.
So it's gonna.
Okay. So as he's cutting it, we're just gonna watch her.
So I have gone ahead and I've chopped this up a little bit because I like mine a little bit finer, but this is on medium high heat. So you just throw the beef, or if it's tofu or whatever you want to do in there. Try to break it up a little bit. A lot of this meat, if it's pre-frozen and you aren't shredding it yourself, will try to stick together as you're cooking it. Separate it and try to get it into pieces. You can also chop it up a little bit more. I use scissors in my kitchen. The scissors are amazing. I have a special set of cooking scissors that are only for cutting up meat.
So you just.
Yep. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're gonna brown this, and then actually.
And how high do you put it up again?
Medium high.
Medium.
So this one, I'm gonna kind of turn it back up about a 5 on high stove, and then just a little bit of sugar, this white sugar, and you throw it on the beef because this like extracts a lot of more flavor. Sugar and salt are like the two things that you're trying to like extract flavor without over spicing things. Sugar actually helps the meat come out.
I didn't know that. Good tip.
Sorry if there's any vegetarians watching. Unfortunately, maybe I'll do like a mouthful of tofu if I do something else again.
And
So sort of like vegetarian style.
She's gonna be the meat. We're just gonna go back to Jerison. And what you do with that lemon, huh? What you do with that lemon?
So off camera, I rinsed my meat and I added some lemon. So now I have these fine cutlets. I was gonna use like whole breast, but I found these instead. They're already flattened. So what I would suggest doing is first start with the flour. That way you have an even coating all throughout the chicken. So the flour, and then the egg. The other tip for this, it was too late now, but it's to keep one hand for the dry stuff and one hand for the wet stuff, because what you're gonna see later on is that when you go from wet to dry, it's gonna stay on your hands, so you wanna avoid that. So I'm actually gonna keep this hand for wet stuff, so I'm gonna put it here and start here.
Want just a good cover layer. Yeah, you're struggling, yeah.
Yeah, this is my dry hand, so
Okay.
nothing will stick.
Oh, maybe we need 4 bowls, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, we need 4 plates. All right, let's go get him a plate. Let me get a plate. Get the white one. Hope it's ours. So since we don't have room, I'll just hold.
Okay.
Hi, Luke. I see you coming in too.
All right, so this is our fine breaded cutlet.
All right, first one done.
Yep. Let me actually get a. Silly. I just want to make sure everything is all coated.
Now she's just putting.
Yeah, I'm just throwing the onion, the sliced onion.
No, she's using her hand. Just.
Yep, I tend to wash my hands multiple times in the cooking process, especially after I like get meats and stuff. And washing your hands repetitively is kind of important, obviously. I also get I have a tactile feel. You can use a knife. These were just a little bit too big. So right now I'm just sweating the onions in the beef. The beef finishes rolling out. So you can see it goes pretty quick. So just put this in there. And then while we're still washing, there should be a recipe included. I believe that they posted that shows the mixture of the sauce that I'm going to make. So I'm just going to throw that together. And all you do is you throw it in a bowl, whisk it together, and then pour it over here and let it simmer. So you probably come back to that.
Looks neat. Looks neat.
He's got a piece of paper towel.
So how many cutlets?
One for each? There should be 5. I'll try to do 5. If not, I'll just do 1 just for the demonstration.
Right.
But
yeah. Okay. So as he does that, just gonna keep on seeing her stir stuff. That's the curry, looking kind of good. Good. Oh, what's that?
This is mirin. This is mostly I eyeball this. So mirin is like a sweet rice liquor that doesn't actually have liquor in it. And then I have sake, which we're not going to show the brand.
that's fun,
So yeah, I just kind of eyeball it because I've done this so much. But I do believe that there is going to be a demonstration of exactly how much of each thing that we're going to kind of throw in together. So,
what would you recommend for cooking sake?
Find a brand you like. Everybody's got individual tastes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has like differences in flavors that they like. I tend to like a drier sake. I find that it lends to the flavor of whatever I'm cooking.
Just to answer your question, that's sake right there, right?
Yeah,
so
the clear one, mirin,
and then you just put
soy
in
sauce.
Is it light soy sauce or just any soy sauce kind of works?
It's just general, whatever you like. I tend to go for something that's a little bit heavier because I like the salty flavor. This is rice vinegar that I'm putting in, and it's just a dash of it to add kind of a little bit of acidity because it's going to be kind of heavy with all the beef. And then some toasted sesame oil. These are just like flavors that I like to put in. And then white pepper.
Nice.
And stir that all together.
Yeah, we got it. I got all the parts. All right, put all in there, huh? All in. What if I drop the phone in there, Jerson? Should we try it? Should we try it? Should we try it? Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let me try it.
No.
Here, smell it. Smell it. Smell it.
I will welcome the day that smell-o-vision is a thing.
That'd be really cool.
So yeah, and then I threw the mushrooms in to kind of simmer with the onion and the beef, kind of just get all those flavors in together. And then this, I usually cook for about 5 to 10 minutes until the sauce thickens up a little bit.
Okay.
And the onions have started to like kind of, you don't want them to be mushy because mushy onions are gross, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some people like them, some people don't, but generally, you don't want your onions to be mushy. You want to have a little bit of bite. Same with the mushrooms. I like a little bit of softness to them without it getting too gross.
Yeah. So we're just basically just waiting for everything to simmer right now to get
We're
everything
just
ready.
simmering everything.
Put more onions because you love onions.
I love onions. Onions are good for you.
So, what's your friend's name again?
Who?
Mitsuki, right?
Naruto. Yeah.
So Mitsuki's making a bit of my cutlets. I'm just gonna wait a little bit so I can get the cutlets done at the same time as the curry.
Okay.
But
So
actually, for now, I'm gonna start coloring some of the rice that we have. I should have mentioned earlier, but
The coloring is a surprise.
it's a surprise. Okay.
Yeah, let's make it a surprise.
I'll make it. a
That'd be cute.
surprise.
That'd be cute. That'd be cute. So are we just basically waiting for now?
Yeah.
Okay.
While we're waiting, what I'll do is I'm gonna make up one of these bentos of the things that we already that I brought with us and already cooked.
Mhm.
So generally, the biggest portion is going to be whatever. I like to do the rice because I like a lot of rice. But go ahead.
Nice.
I usually do about half of the rice, I would say.
I'm enjoying it, Crystal Heart. I'm enjoying it.
So, there's your rice. And then, seems kind of redundant to have two starches, but
But for
it
now,
has beef and stuff in it. So there's that.
some veggies.
Steamed broccoli. If you want to kind of spice it up, you can add like any of that mixture that I just did. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll throw in some garlic, some pretty much whatever you want to do to kind of like add a flavor of sauce and stuff like that.
What's your favorite veggies? My favorite veggie is broccoli.
I love broccoli. I like most vegetables. There's a very small amount of vegetables that I do not like actually. I tend to enjoy quite a few of them.
Brussels sprouts?
I hate Brussels sprouts.
That's what I'm saying. Cherry butt, what's your favorite vegetable? What's your favorite vegetable?
Wait, I gotta think. I like a lot of vegetables too.
That's cat.
My favorite would be
Or one of your favorites at least.
one of my favorites.
Eggs.
That's not a vegetable. I'm gonna give it to. I love them all. Carrots.
All right, carrots. The first thing he did, the whole chef. So, and then you put in.
I put in some of this like radish salad. So
Right there, it's basically a bento right there.
yeah,
Essentially.
that's actually a finished bento. It's I would probably personally add another croquette or croquet.
Okay.
This box is not exactly the best one for what I'm doing, but it works. And then you just
That's really cute to bring to work.
yeah, bring to work, bring to school.
What are you doing for it? Stealing?
I'm just gonna put my garnishes in this little cup.
Very nice.
Mm.
How would you rate that? 1 to 10? 10 to 10.
I would say like probably a 5 or 6. Like this is a good meal for me. Like this is more than enough for me to eat, especially with the amount of rice that I put in. You could maybe cut the rice in half and do another croquet. But yeah.
That sounds really good though.
Yeah.
Nice stuff.
Now, would you mind getting me a fork?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I thought it was there. So one way
Wait, before you finish. Take that, Crystal Heart. Okay. And now we're gonna go back to Jerison.
So one way I test out the doneness of the vegetables is I'll take one out and I would focus with the fork. And if it goes straight through, the doneness is good.
Nice.
And at this point, I'm gonna start adding the root, but before that, I'm going to find any of the garnish carrots that I put in. I think that's the last one.
So what exactly are you doing with that little cup?
No, I'm just putting the cookie cutter vegetables on the side, just so it doesn't get mixed with the sauce.
Oh, we have a question. What are you gonna season your curry with, Jerison?
So the box already comes with everything seasoned.
Do you like yours spicy? I like
mine spicy, but I'm doing mild for now.
Hmm.
So that everybody can enjoy. I don't think Felix tolerates spicy.
I
so.
can't do spicy.
Oh, okay. So at least we get more people to eat if they want to join the people that are here.
Okay.
So with this, there's some.
So best part of this that I like to do as well is I like to go ahead.
Oh, you have worcester sauce? Is that sriracha you're talking about?
No, I'm actually going to.
Oh, it was a question. Let's see.
I do have sriracha sauce, and you can put sriracha in it. I actually sometimes will put sriracha in, but my stomach has been hurting lately,
Right.
so I'm not a one-handed egg person. But
Oh,
throw the egg right in, and kind of just stir it into. Add a little more protein
worcester sauce.
to the sauce.
Oh, you just mix it right in with it?
Yep, I just mix it right in, adds a little bit of protein, thickens it up a little bit, makes it have a little bit of flavor.
Did you ever put cheese in there? Because, you know,
I've done American
sounds like
cheese.
it'd be really good.
I'm not a big fan of cheese with this, but I definitely like egg. And so that's actually all set. It just needs to kind of like do its thing and let the egg cooks really quick, especially if you add it to an already hot substance.
Cool.
So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna get the pot ready for the bok choy.
All right, cool. As she does that, he's gonna show us our
In the meantime-
curry chocolate.
Curry roux. And the roux is basically a flour and spice mixture. And this packaging, they already make it into a block so that it's easy and ready to go. And what I like to do is top it up even more. That way you get more surface area on the block so that it melts faster. Ultimately.
Jason life hack.
Yep. So if I skip a half, top, and a deep.
Whoa.
Pour all of it.
Right in there. How many servings are in a block? I mean, I've usually
I
seen
can
it in
look
like
it up.
fat blocks, but like I've never seen it in like 6 per side.
So 112 times 12. Wait,
Too much math, yeah. Too
I
much
think
math.
there's 6.
I feel like
Nutritional wise, there's 6 servings in a block. The whole package is 12 servings. Nutritional servings, but obviously one serving is like a bit too little.
I
So
think just 1 box would be a lot. That's what I
one
feel.
box, yeah.
You know what? Use half of it, and I think that's good.
So I like to start with half the block and stirring it in. And if I see that it's too thin or too thick, I'll add more water if it's too thick or more curry if it's too thin.
Right. And let's see what she's doing. As you're basically mixing it, right?
Yeah, I'm just stirring it up, making sure it's melting.
Cool. Let's see what the veggie bar is doing.
This is just the bok choy, kind of steaming it a little. I don't want to like use too many spoons, so whatever. You kind of put a little bit of water in to steam the bok choy a little bit. Otherwise it won't cook quite well. It will burn. The greens tend to burn. So if you kind of steam it a little bit, I usually just put like maybe a quarter of a cup of water down on the bottom, and then after that, what I'll do is I'll throw in. I usually do soy sauce, a little bit of rice vinegar, black pepper, and sriracha.
Cool.
Sometimes sesame oil, but
Where are you feeling?
so what I did here was I took some lettuce to kind of line my bento. This is a different style of bento box. This bottom part is almost all
Ooh.
rice. And you just take a little bit.
Looks really good.
Makes it look kind of pretty. Gives you a little bit of fresh greens to kind of play around with.
Yeah, this smells awesome. You don't anchor in the same room. Oh, yo, this smells awesome. You guys suck for not being able to smell this.
Yeah. Be nice.
Anyway.
So, and then what I'm gonna do is I'll add a little bit more. And I'm going to separate it so you get like a distinction. Some people don't care. Some people like the distinction of flavor, and I actually.
So the curry's actually done. I'm gonna get started on the katsu cutlets in a bit.
Right. So you go do that. Looks really good so far. I like go-go curry a lot, especially from H Mart.
So this should be good. You're looking for this to be slightly tender. Again, kind of like the onions. You want it to be enough that you can feel a depression in the Joy. You want it to be kind of able to be depressed because we're gonna still be cooking this for another like minute and a half in whatever sauce. You can do just like a garlic and butter based sauce. You can do kind of like a tonkatsu sauce. You can do a teriyaki sauce. You can pretty much flavor these vegetables however you like. Just sort of say, flavor. You can leave it plain